Hi, this is Helen Coston from Top, and in this short video, I want to walk you through a three-step process to following up with clients, with prospects, without being too pushy. Now, if this is a challenge in your business right now, or in your team, or it's just something that you're kind of dealing with quite a lot, like this is really, really common. It happens quite a lot. And the feeling is it happens like you have a really good conversation with a potential client, you have a really good call, you have a really good meeting, they've asked you to follow up with a quote or with a proposal, or to send something through after, and you're kind of going away after that conversation and just thinking, this is really good, like I think we're going to get this piece of business, we're going to get this piece of work, and it's you're feeling really good, and then a few days go by and you haven't heard anything back. The doubt creeps in, you're like, what do I do now? And you don't want to kind of kill it, you don't want to be too pushy, you don't want to undo some of that trust that you've built, but at the same time you really want to know what's going on. So this is a three-step process that I teach my one-to-one clients, that I use in sales training discussions, and it can be a very, very effective way of just getting some answers from people. So let's dive in. Now, the first stage is really, really simple, and it's this: send a LinkedIn connection request. Okay, if you are not connected already on LinkedIn, just send them a connection request. Really simple, will only take you 30 seconds. So head into LinkedIn, find that person that you've had the conversation with, drop a quick note as you send the connection request to say, hi, so-and-so, really enjoyed our conversation the other day and would love to connect with you here. It's very simple, and it just jogs their memory. And it's also, you're saying to that person, like, it's not just about the sale, it's not just about the conversation, like, I want to connect with you as a person as well. And in itself, that's sometimes, enough just to get a response back. They connect, thanks so-and-so, really enjoyed chatting with you the other day, I will get back to you. There you go. You've progressed that in some way. If you are already connected with them on LinkedIn, fantastic. You can follow their company page, you could follow them on YouTube or Instagram or any other kind of social media sites that they're using. And particularly when it's a smaller team and a smaller business, they may well see that you started following them as well. And that just signifies, I'm interested in you as a business, I'm interested in what you're doing, and I would like to keep in touch. And in itself, that first step is often enough just to get some replies. So there's your step one. Okay, step two is all about offering value. So if you've done the LinkedIn thing, you've done the following, you're still waiting, a couple of days have gone by, you still haven't heard anything back, my step two is all around offering some additional value. Now, this is going to look different to everybody because it should link back to that conversation that you had with them. Let's say, for example, you were talking about some market insights during that call, or you were talking about some industry trends that you both were witnessing or seeing. You can follow up with a blog that you've written, or a white paper that you've seen, or an article somebody's written, or something that you've read that relates to the conversation that you've been having. And you can share it through email or through LinkedIn and say, hi, so-and-so, I really enjoyed our conversation the other day. I thought this industry report might be something of interest to you because we were talking about blah, 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 or I came across this white paper and I thought that might be something of interest to you as well because we were talking about this thing. If it's something you've written yourself, you could say, I just wanted to share a link to this. It's something we wrote a couple of months ago, and I thought you might find it interesting based on the discussion that we had. Now, should not take you long, and it shouldn't be something you create especially for this particular client, although if it's a really high value, that might be something that you want to do. So again, it shouldn't take long. And what you're doing here is just offering extra value and just saying, look, I really appreciated this conversation. We're in the same industry. We have the same, we're seeing the same things. We have the same challenges. And I thought this particular thing might be of interest to you. Now, even if they don't read it, most people will reply and just say, thank you very much. That's very interesting. I'll take a look. And at least you're keeping that dialogue open, and that you are still in their mind. Okay. So there's your step two. If you still hear nothing back, don't feel too worried. I know it's really hard. And sometimes it is hard not to take it personally, especially if you have put a lot of work into a proposal. But people are really, really busy, and things slip through the net. People have often really good intentions of getting something signed off or agreed, and for whatever reason that doesn't happen. The idea is not to push them into making a decision. They might not be able to make a decision. The idea is just to kind of find out where they're up to and where they're at. Okay, so don't feel disheartened. Now, the final stage is, again, leave it a couple of days after you've sent through that piece of content. If you don't hear anything back, follow up a little bit more explicitly, but without being pushy. So something along the lines of, hi, so-and-so, I really enjoyed our conversation last week, and I hope you found that insight helpful. I just wondered if you had any further questions at this stage, or was there anything else I could send through? ? Okay, so you're not asking for an answer. You're not saying you need to know right now. You're not going like, what's going on, or being too pushy or aggressive. You're just asking if there's anything else they need from you. Okay, now this 3-stage process will not get rid of every single person who doesn't come back. I'm sorry, that won't be possible, but it will hopefully get, you know, a good percentage of those people that you feel are ghosting you or not responding, or, you know, have just gone really, really quiet, into getting some kind of answers. And it might be, I'm really sorry, we have had to go with somebody else on this occasion, but really appreciate the follow-up. At least then you know, and you can move on from it. So it's good to follow this and get some of those answers that you're looking for. So I hope you found this really helpful, and let me know what you think, and I will see you soon.